Friends, today it has come in the press about the conviction given to the Kathua rape case accused. So you may be remembering in my previous YouTube I have in detail dealt with the case which happened in Kathua of Jammu and Kashmir. A brief fact of this case discloses that the victim belongs to a nomadic tribe called as Bakerwal. Actually, they are Muslims by community, but they are nomadics. So they move here and there, grazing the horses. Right. On 10/1/2018, the particular victim, girl, aged about 8 years, she was grazing her horses in a place, in a village near Kathua, and the horses were missing. And one boy, he promised that he would get back the horses and took her away, and from that date onwards she was not seen. Her father, Muhammad Yusuf, so on coming to know that she did not come home by 4 p.m. and he moved hither and thither, ultimately gave a complaint on 12th January 2018 in Kathua police station regarding the missing of the girl aged about 8 years. So actually Muhammad Yusuf moved here and there and he made frantic searches for the missing woman, but he did not search the nearby temple, local temple where Mr. Sanji Ram was the priest, thinking that normally the girls may not be found at the temple. He missed a chance. Ultimately, on 17th of January, the dead body of the girl was found in the outskirts of Kathua, and then only the case of murder was registered, and it has become a sensational issue in the entire country. Not only entire country, it attracted the attention of United Nations organization also. In that connection, Antonio Guterres is the Secretary General of the United Nations, and he said the guilty should be punished. It has sent shock waves in the entire country, and it is a communally polarized problem, because the girl who was raped and kidnapped was belonging to a nomadic community maybe, but she is a Muslim community. So lot of commotion. Anyway, the police registered a case, so lot of things happened. The local accused, now I am telling about the accused, Sanji Ram. He is a retired government employee, and now he is working as the local priest in that particular temple. Nobody expected that he would resort to this act. What happened is, some of his relatives, maybe his nephew, he told some sweet words to this girl in the name of searching for the missing horses, and abducted her, literally kidnapped her from this place and detained her in the temple, where other people, police officers also joined, and they drugged the victim and committed rape on her several times for the 2 days, and ultimately killed her for fear that she would inform the matter to the others, and killed her and threw her dead body in the outskirts of Kathua. So the police took up investigation. They registered cases. This, friends, remember, I want to tell you 2 or 3 important points here after the case is over, judgment is over. So it happened in Jammu and Kashmir. Our Indian Penal Code does not have any sanctity there. They have got a separate code called as Ranbir Penal Code. Of course, sections are almost the same. Now, the police arrested 7 persons, including a 7 persons and a juvenile in this particular case. A1 is Sanji Ram. Lot of actually tension prevailed, because 2 of the BJP ministers, Mr. Lal Chaudhary and other, they staged dharna and they wanted the investigation to be given to the CBI. That's why it's communally polarized. Mr. Deepika Rajawat, Mrs. Deepika Rajawat, a social activist and lawyer, she took up the case. Of course, finally, in the last stage, the father of the victim vexed with her attitude since she did not attend the court promptly, and she wanted to give up her anyway. Judgment was given. So even in the month of April, there were protests by the lawyers against the arrest of these persons, against the filing of the charge sheet against Sanji Ram and others. Because Sanji Ram, he was a local Hindu, and his son Vishal Ram, he was also arrested. His nephew, a juvenile, he was also arrested. These three, besides these three, 5 others are police officers. So police officers, they also know the fact, they suppressed the fact, they distracted the evidence, and they also actually they are involved in raping the victim. That Deepak Kachuria is a police officer, and Paramesh Kumar, police constable, all of them went and raped the victim. When the matter was known to the police, then the inspectors, they did not register the case, and moreover they tried to screen or 201, destroy the evidence. For that, so 3 people by names Tilak Raj and Arvind Datta and Surendra Kumar, all these 3 people, they were convicted. Now actually there was a commotion because it has become a conflict between Hindus and Muslims. Therefore, the Supreme Court ultimately transferred the case from Jammu Kashmir to Pathankot in Punjab. So Justice Tejeshwar Kumar, he very fastly, within 14 months, he decided the case. He examined all the witnesses. Ultimately, on a few days back, he gave the judgment yesterday, and of course he reserved the judgment on June 3rd itself regarding the quantum of sentence under 235 CRPC. Ultimately yesterday he delivered a beautiful judgment. So according to the judgment, the charges, first let us know the charges, because legal points we have to. Number 1, rape. So 376D, because it's a gang rape. Then murder, 302. Then the police officer concerned, 201. That is screening of or destruct of evidence. And also they added 120B, that is criminal conspiracy. You may know a criminal conspiracy, meeting of minds of people, more than one, literally, more than one, to commit an offense. Here all these people, 4 people conspired to commit rape on her. They gave drugs to her. Therefore, section 328 of the Indian Ranbir Penal Code, section 328 was also added. That is causing injury with poisonous substance. Because in the postmortem report, the seducing or seductive medicine by name clinazepam was detected. So therefore, section 328 was also added. Of course, the judge was very impressed with the evidence, and he gave conviction. Now, 2 types of convictions were given. Number 1, Sanjiram Kajuria and another PC Kumar, they were convicted for life imprisonment. Life means till the death, till the end of their life, plus each one was fined rupees 1 lakh. The other accused police officers, they were 3. They were convicted for 5 years for destruction of evidence, and also asked to pay fine of rupees 50,000 each. Of course, all this amount will go to Victim Solution Fund. That means it will go as a compensation to the victim's family. So, since there was no evidence against Vishal Ram, son of Sanji Ram, he was acquitted. Right. Now, when we contacted, of course the press people, when they contacted the advocate on behalf of the accused, then they stated that since one of them, the Vamshi Ram, was acquitted, we will go in appeal and request for the acquittal against all the accused. When contacted the prosecution, that is on behalf of the police, they said they will go in appeal for enhanced punishment to to the person who is acquitted. That means they are going to appeal against the acquittal of the person. Both sides, they want to appeal the matter. And please remember, this is the most important, Ranbir Penal Code. Of course, sections are same. This Indian Penal Code will apply to all the states except Jammu and Kashmir. For Jammu and Kashmir, there is a separate penal code, and that is called as Ranbir Penal Code. Even under that Ranbir Penal Code, Justice Rajendra Kumar, Tejendra Kumar of Pathankot, he delivered a judgment convicting 6 accused and 1 was acquitted. The other person was a juvenile. Of course, you may be knowing, according to Juvenile Justice Act also, if he is in between 16 and 18, he may also be given life conviction. Otherwise, only 3 years for juvenile, because he is a juvenile in conflict with law. So this is a very good judgment. Of course, the accused will go to High Court, then they may go to the Supreme Court. That's why BJP people, they are telling, okay, we'll go up to the Supreme Court and see that justice is done to them. We have to thank the local CBCID of Kashmir to take up the investigation and also filing charge sheet against the police people who destroyed the evidence, the police people who abetted the offense, the police people who conspired with Sanjay Ram. It's a very good case. Please read the case law thoroughly, judgment thoroughly, and enrich your knowledge. Thank you.